Super Mario Galaxy 2 was released last week. It was developed by Nintendo EAD Tokyo and currently has a 98 on Metacritic. Brian, you were a huge fan of the first game. Does this sequel live up?
Rich, Tarantino told this story about Brian De Palma. You know, when De Palma was making Blowout, you know, he was like, all right, I feel good about myself. I think this is the best movie I've ever made. This might be one of the best movies this year. I think I finally have achieved it. And, you know, he went to the movie theater. He's like, oh, I'll check out Raging Bull.
Yeah.
He sat down, and he sees De Niro, slow motion, to Intermezzo, and he was like, damn it! Damn it! There's always Scorsese.
Yeah.
I got a feeling this game has a similar reaction to other developers out there, because there's a lot of developers out there, like teams, that are, you know, really trying hard. They're like, all right, this game is going to be about this one mechanic, and we're going to stretch it out, we're going to make it hard. We got to figure out how to introduce the players.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo has 20 in this game.
Right.
Every level, they're just like, all right, in this galaxy, you flip and the tiles switch, and the player gets it immediately.
Yeah.
And then they expound upon the gameplay. And then when you're just mastered it, like, move on. We got 10 more. We got 10 more, baby.
Yeah.
We got so many. This game is like a design clinic.
Yeah.
It's unreal, Rich. What did you think?
Look, Brian, I as well was a big fan of the first Galaxy. It's one of the only Wii games that I absolutely love. I had to throw a little
Because
hate in
it's
there.
made for like us.
No, it's amazing. I mean, look at Brian. I mean, you know, on Nintendo they don't make hardcore games. I mean, look, clearly this is their game for the quote unquote, we hate to say it, but the hardcore player. I mean, this game it's just amazing. Like it's just addictive. The gameplay, it's like it's I guess you could say it's the perfect video game. You know what I mean?
Right.
So along comes the sequel announcement, and I'm like, well, it's gonna be the same thing. And I guess technically it's more or less the same, but it's better. They still made it better.
They still somehow invented all these new like mechanics
that's the thing.
out of
because
nowhere.
of these new mechanics, like it's so refreshing. It's so great. The music is amazing again. Remember there was that stupid rumor on NeoGAF that it was going to be MIDI? And then all of a sudden that song
it's fully
comes
orchestrated.
Oh man, it was unbelievable, man. Like you just get so pumped, like.
And it's the little things they do. Like people always bring up Metroid, the first game, how the beginning has great design. Because what happened? You went right, and then there was a wall, and there was a little crack. So the player stood there for a bit, and they realized, oh, I can actually go left in this game. And there's that crack, they remember it. So they reminded people to come back there later when they came to the ball, and they told people you go left.
Yeah.
In this game, it starts off 2D. Who hasn't played Mario? And then the next level, it's a little bit more 3D, but it's restricted. And then after the final cutscene, it's full 3D.
Yeah.
It's just these little things Nintendo does that makes it accessible. You know, these are things that people need to learn.
Yeah.
But there's something weird about Galaxy. I can't play for like more than an hour. What is it?
Right, it's the stress. It is the stress, man. Like no other game. Look, you can sit around like, oh, I'm playing like Alan Wake, whatever. You know, just you walk around, you shoot, etc. Dude, in Mario, you are stressed 100% of the time, man, because like things are moving and like there's things and like you gotta jump. You perfectly timed things. I mean, it's just a stressful game, Brian, which makes it such an amazing game.
Right.
But you can't stretch yourself out for too long, man. 2 hours at a time, Brian.
And I think that's what I appreciate about this new one is it gets harder way faster. I think they just realized this is their core game. Let's make it for core players. Because already halfway through, it gets pretty brutal on a lot of the stuff. They switched the overworld. It's not this big hub anymore. It's more like Mario World, where you just go from one point to point. Did you like that change?
I did like the change. You know, in the first Galaxy, you know, the overall world and stuff, it was cool at first. But then after you 50, 60 stars, you're like, all right, let me just jump right to the level.
Right, exactly.
Let me just get into this. And I think that's where this comes in. I think the developers learned from that in the last game.
And one thing I just wanted to mention was, I remember when I played Mario 64, the controls were just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And I remember I'd play other games, I'd be like, it feels good, but just not as good. I don't know what they're doing over there.
I don't know.
But the controls are just so good.
They're very
tight, like the long jumps, the wall jumps, everything about it is so tight. I gotta say, my favorite addition is the Cloud Mario. I love the Cloud Mario, man.
The Cloud Mario.
Yeah, just like, because I love the long jump. You know, I'm a good long jump spammer.
Yeah.
And I love just doing that really long jump. That's what the Mario games are so good at. Is, you know, you're doing a hard purple coin thing, and you get the star. You're like, yeah, I got it.
Let me ask you this, Bri. On a serious note, do you think that he will finally rescue the princess once and for all? No, just like once and for all. Like, do you think that they can just live happily ever after, Bri? This time,
I don't think so. Remember when Miyamoto was like, Galaxy 2, there's a less stress on story. He was like, who cares?
Yeah,
who does anyone want?
No, but the funniest, like, that is one of the funniest quotes of all time. Like, there's less stress on the story. Then you think back, like, to how much stress there was on the story before, and you're like, wait a minute. But I don't know, Bri. Great game. Props to Nintendo.
Yeah.
They always pull through.
I don't even know if they can top themselves for a while. Like, even the Zelda, I don't even think if the Zelda matches expectations.
I'm a little worried about Zelda.
Yeah,
I'm just going to throw that out there.
Because if this studio is working on Mario Galaxy, this is clearly their A team. You know what I mean?
Look, Zelda is actually in a very crappy situation.
Yeah.
Let me
I
explain.
like how you took like 10 seconds to figure out the word crappy. That was the most appropriate.
So, if they come out with a game that's Zelda, even if it's like Ocarina of Time Zelda, it's not going to be good enough because
Everyone rips them up.
because look, let's just be honest here. That gameplay type and that whole like the whole Zelda game type is kind of played out at this point.
Right.
It is. Then they switch to a whole new thing with Zelda.
And it's,
And it's like, oh, what are you doing? You ruined Zelda. It's Zelda's no more Zelda. So what can they do, Bri, to please us, the huge Zelda fans, and to please, the newcomers to the franchise?
I don't know. That's what I mean. Like, see, like Galaxy 1 set the bar, Galaxy 2 setting it even higher. And like I said, I just want to end this. I always thought Galaxy alone was justification for the Wii existing.
Yeah.
I think it's double justified.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.